What's up, everybody? I'm starting this video early because I got a couple things I gotta say. Uh, Pretty much, I've been trying to get Phoenix Hawk Specter gameplay, but I do need to get something off my chest because I don't want to, be an arbiter of misinformation. Okay, so when you reach tier 3 and up, pretty much all DPS builds are trash, with the exception of like assaults. You really need to be playing the same way everyone else does, which is like just going ahead and doing peekaboo warrior online is what I call it. High alpha strike, walk out from behind cover and then back off again. And the reason you have to be doing that is because really no DPS build in this game has the ability to achieve the same level of damage output as those builds can in the same amount of time. Which sounds counterintuitive because you're like, oh, I'm playing a DPS build. No, what it is that these DPS builds are built wrong. So their actual DPS output is quite a bit less than most Alpha Strike builds. But if you are allowed to just do your job, like just keep shooting and shooting and shooting, you will do comparable damage to some of the higher assault builds or some of the higher Alpha Strike builds. But you're never going to get that. So like maybe 1 in 100. So the entire time I've owned this Spectre, I've only had 2 good games. Okay. That's why you guys haven't seen any Spectre gameplay. In reality, all Phoenix Hawks are bad. I need to say that. Okay. They're a heavily undertuned mech. And people make the argument that they're not because most of them are just exploiting bad netcode by using jump jets. But especially this one, because since it has its wings, I'll show you after the match if this is a good one where I don't go out here and just immediately die. The wings that it has are only good for really just jumping in between 2 level points. So like you get up onto a high point and then you can jump over to another high point, right? They're no good at increasing in elevation, and they're no good at holding elevation when you're falling. Okay, even with the skill trees and stuff like that, it just doesn't help any. So actually, this mech is much worse, and the fact that you need an XL engine on it. Large X-pulse lasers are not good. Neither are light machine guns. But they're the only real thing that you can run on this. I tried running it with regular large pulse lasers, and it's still not good. It is what it is. And this is the only way you can truly play this is here I am. I'm going to be baiting more people to get in the circle, and then I'm going to run away and get as far as I can behind all of these people. Force everyone on your team out in front of you because you are useless. Okay? I'm going to be bashing Phoenix Hawks. Okay? Pretty much a lot. But I'm going to focus on the game, and then we'll continue talking afterwards.
Bravo on 6 hill there. Nobody's with him, really.
The deal is, you're never going to get a front line in this game. And I'll explain why after the match.
Fox 6, Echo 6, it's momentarily just the Timberwolf and the Teal.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Fleece on the hill. Spider over ground. Yeet. And then
Target acquired.
Heading towards Echo 9.
they're flooding the Fox line.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
This is bad. We're already getting separated. This is terrible.
Target spotted.
Target
We need to get...
destroyed.
Okay, good. We got rid of the Sun Spider.
Destroy
This
if
is
you can.
terrible. I don't have good cover here. I'm gonna get pushed around to where these other light mechs are.
Target spotted.
Fox at CT.
Hotel,
Yeah.
hotel, behind us.
Target
Go
acquired.
big.
New target acquired. New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Gotta get back to the group.
Needs to flee.
Target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
Like, see how this whole time that I'm not doing damage, this is detrimental to my end damage because my damage is so garbage. These guys
Crabs.
aren't going to commit, so I can't really commit to that either. So they're going to all stay here and not push. So I need to try to help on the back line because it's the only thing I can do.
There's also a shadow cat. He's running away now. Up the 8 line.
Target spotted.
UAV activated.
Massive push coming from Gold 7.
I gotta get back in cover. It only takes two, sometimes 3 alphas to kill Phoenix Hawk Specter.
Just abandoned Cove 7.
Yeah, they're missiling the hell out of me.
Yeah, rail shark over in E6. Watch out.
See how much time I'm wasting being useless? Because I cannot commit. If I commit
it's a
and
good
no one
target.
else does, I will die.
7.
Trying to get in here to give these guys ECM. But I also want to finish that guy off.
Juliet's moving across the low ground.
New target
Focusing
acquired.
Juliet.
I'm so gonna get shot in the back by that.
Trying to move in.
Target
Atlas.
destroyed.
Nice
It's
kill.
down.
We're
Bravo's
attacking Bravo.
cresting.
Target acquired.
Bravo has back.
CT on Bravo.
Assault on Cove 7.
Halved.
Target spotted.
Pressure. Set high ground. We've got hits on it. I'm down.
I think that is that Atlas? I think it is. I thought he ran behind the wall, but I guess he got shot. Like, see, I didn't even get a chance to.
That's 8. Judging.
Acquired.
Target spotted.
Target destroyed. New
Target
target
spotted.
acquired.
Command is happy to hear of your success and achievements on the
300, maybe 500. Is what I'm gonna assume. Probably 300. So how much time I had to waste? Yeah, just shy of 500.
Nicely done, folks. Thank you.
It was a decent game. It was good enough that I'm going to show you because what I was talking about is more important. So, 2 kills, 8 assists. There we go, 8 assists. Lots of assists on the winning team, less assists on the losing team. That's not just because they killed or we killed more. It's because they weren't working as well together. They were working together, but ours was better. Okay, so the deal is that when you don't have an effective front line, as you can see, what ended up happening was that those people were quite literally pushed into being a front line by that advance through, I think it was G7. they were pushed into the front line. They tried to abandon it, but they couldn't because there was no more targets somewhere else. If you go back and you watch, you'll see what I'm talking about. They were literally pushed into being a front line, and that opened up the ability for me to play. All right. So what I would do is I would assume maybe 1 in 100 matches, you're going to get a team that actually is aggressive enough to utilize a mech like this. Okay. So logically, you shouldn't play this, is what I'm saying. You shouldn't play the Duck Hawk. You shouldn't play any of this stuff because it's not good enough. That's like, I'm not one to sugarcoat things, okay? I never have been. When I didn't like something, I remember I got huge flack back in the day from the Warframe community because how much I didn't like, what the heck was that guy's name? He was the weird dude with like the top hat, who would like transfer people into the rift. I don't know. I didn't like him, and I was blatant about it, and that was just the way it is. So here's the deal. I love the Phoenix Hawk. I love this mech. It was my first favorite mech. I like playing it. It's really mobile. It moves around. It does a lot of cool stuff. And I do love playing DPS builds. I do. However, I cannot go ahead and tell you that you should, because the truth is you shouldn't. Okay? You shouldn't play DPS builds. You shouldn't play this Phoenix Hawk Specter. Okay? You're not that beneficial. The only saving grace of this mech is the fact that it has Guardian ECM. That's it. That is literally it. Okay? So this is how I build the Spectre. Because I had someone actually ask me when I had like 850, because I was just allowed to be hyper aggressive in that match. And I just went around. I think I ended it with like 5 kills, 3 kills most damage dealt, and like 8 assists or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but one of them was like, "Hey, you're that dude who makes videos. Were you gonna show this one?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll try." So here's the deal. The other builds for this don't work. Okay, so just don't try. None of its quirks help with anything other than the build that it comes with. So the large X pulse lasers and the light machine guns, that's about as good as you're going to do. Okay. Trying to go Alpha Strike on this just doesn't work. The other Phoenix Hawks are actually better than the Spectre in that respect. Okay. First off, their jet thrusters work correctly, and that allows you to increase and decrease elevation while moving quickly, which screws with the netcode and makes it hard for people to get their hit registration. So there'll be times where you just won't take damage that you should have taken damage. So if you're just dead set on playing a Phoenix Hawk, play one of those. Okay? Play one of those and just jump jet like a madman. Constantly be increasing and decreasing in elevation, attacking from on top of something, dropping down off of it, going back on top of something else, while you weave in and out of battle. But like I said, it's not good. Okay. This is not a good mech. It is woefully underpowered. All right. All of its builds, every single one of them, they're all woefully underpowered. I don't really know why, to be perfectly honest. It's almost like they think DPS builds on a mech that can be like 2 or 3 shot from alphas are somehow a threat. I don't know. Man. This game's weird like that. So all you need in this build is range. You don't need cooldown or heat gen. It doesn't matter. Velocity's useless. So range, magazine capacity, your 2 that we always run in survival, and then we run almost everything in mobility. We've got all of this in mobility, speed tweaks just because, and handbrake, because there's nothing really else that I would put these 5 points into that would be beneficial. Handbrake, anchor turn, and torso speed, totally maxed out. We're going to skip out on torso yaw and torso pitch because we don't really have to care about that. We're going full cool run, full heat containment, the entire thing in sensor range and ECM, because we want radar deprivation and we want the maximum ECM we can get. Advanced zoom, and then 1 point was left, that I grabbed an extra consumable so that I could take cool shot and a UAV. That's it. You saw how timid I had to play. I had to play that timid, and I got about 500 damage. So it's got potential. All DPS builds have potential, but it's like expecting the community to play the way the game was intended to be played, as opposed to play the way that they do the best, is just a pipe dream. So don't think that's the case. Like, just don't expect that to happen. You know, if you want to go and you want to play a mech like this just to have fun, then go ahead. But if you're trying to be serious or, God forbid, competitive in this game, I don't know why you would be competitive. I don't know why anyone's competitive in this game. This game's rules or its mechanics are not tight enough to be considered a competitive game. I'm not, like dissing on people who play competitively. I'm just saying that, you take a look again at a game like, geez, I'm messing up my words. You take a look at a game like Counter-Strike, and that's a competitive game. About the only thing you have to worry about in Counter-Strike is your ping, but you got lots of other stuff that you have to worry about in this game. Hit reg, you've got your ping, you've got weird frame drops, you've got all sorts of weird stuff in this game. Whether you got a good load or a bad load, there's just all these things. So I don't recommend people try to be competitive in this game, just because it's not tight enough to really be that good at it. So the last thing I want to talk about with the Phoenix Hawk Specter is these partial wings are actually a detriment. Because you really have to run an XL engine in here. You're not going to have the heat dissipation, the heat management that you need to be able to effectively run this build without an XL engine. So these things are actually a detriment. You would be better off if you were had regular jump jets on this. It is what it is, man. You would be better off. But this is a cool, fun thing. And I don't want to be negative about a cool, fun thing that they did. In the end, it's not very good, but it's a cool, fun thing. And I'm happy they did cool, fun things with mechs. Okay. So I'm not just all about bashing on the Phoenix Hawk now. Okay. I do still love this mech, or well, I love the Phoenix Hawk mech, not necessarily this one, but reality is like that. You just go ahead and once you're against people who actually know how to play, like, you will have a whale of a time with this. And down in tier 5, tier 4, you'll be having a whale of a time. But when you hit tier 3, you end up running into people like Twitch streamers and people you recognize from their streams, like from their chat rooms, and you run into people who've been playing this game since it came out, and they are very good at the game. And you got to realize that they're just going to kill you. Like, they're built to just off something that has this fragile of armor and structure. Okay. They are designed to just sneeze on you and you die. Okay. And they're not going to miss their shots. They're not going to do that stuff. They're not going to not pay attention to you. They're going to see you and they're going to go, ooh, easy, free money. Free kill, free kill. So that's what I do. When I see one of these Phoenix Hawk Specters flying through the air, I just unload on them. So that even if they do make it through the hit reg, they're going to be so beat up that they're pretty much useless. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a Phoenix Hawk Specter flying through the air, and by the time he comes back down, he's got no arms. Because me and multiple other people are just blasting his arms. Okay? So it is what it is, man. I guess if you had like a competitive team and you had real like assault mechs who were actually assaulting, then you could do something, with builds like this, because you can do a lot of damage if you're given the time to do it. But if there's no distraction out ahead of you, you are just a sitting duck waiting to die. Okay. So there you go. Phoenix Hawk Specter, it's fun, but it's not good. You can see I don't even have my other Phoenix Hawks anymore. And the reason I don't is because they just can't hang. in higher tier content. They can't. You'll see some people who will play Phoenix Hawks, but I'm going to tell you right now, they would be better off playing with a Rifleman 3C. This is my new favorite mech right now. Is the Rifleman 3C. This one, I like the Jaeger mech. When I really, really, really want to get down on a medium mech, I play the Blackjack because it's pretty much like a better Phoenix Hawk 1K. I'll show you really quick. This has been 20 minutes. We'll try to end it by 25. So we're running a standard 285. We've got 8, what is it, 6, 8 ER medium lasers. And its stuff is medium laser family heat gen minus 25% and medium laser family HSL plus 2. So we can run 8 of these things. And yeah, I mean, it's just a big zapper, but it's better. The main reason it's better is because it's smaller. It's smaller, it's more agile, and it can run a 285 standard. And it moves at, what was it? 102 kph. So it runs at 102 kph, and it's just quick, it's fast, and it's a very, very small, so it's hard to hit, which means that it's just way better than the Phoenix Hawk. Okay, it's just better. You're going to run in there and you're going to be able to run out, poke, and run back before people even get much of a chance to lay into you. Absolutely excellent for that purpose. If you liked the Phoenix Hawk 1K, just get this Blackjack. The BJ1X. The Rifleman, though, this is just better than what I used to run on the Phoenix Hawk PXH1. This is just better. Just hands down better. The 12 DPS that thing does, this one does shorter range, so it doesn't quite reach out as far, but its damage output is just so much better. It's ridiculous. I'm running mag shots on it because it's fun. That's why I run these mag shots. That and an extra 8 damage just out of nowhere that's kind of hard to track, especially when you've been watching me shooting at you with a bunch of lasers this whole time. A lot of people won't notice you slip in the mags because they're kind of hard to see. And there's a lot of times where just 8 damage is all it took, because they looked at you one more time before they walked back around the corner, and you go thunk, and you knock a component off, or you drop them if their center torso is still open, like still available to get hit. It's really, really good. But honestly, the other build I use is a little better than this. I mean, it's so close, to be honest. The other build runs 4 large lasers, because you can't do the ER larges without hitting ghost heat. So you go with 4 regular larges and 4 light machine guns. The whole reason why is because this bad boy comes with a flat plus 25% range. And that is really cool. Just a flat plus 25% range on everything. So cool, dude. This thing is so much better. It is funny. I have been a menace ever since I got this thing fully skilled out. So I'll show you the skills really quick. 23 minutes, so we got about a minute and a half for 25. Super deep on firepower, because that's what we're doing, is we are trying to hurt people real bad. We've got the 2 we always have in survival. None of the mobility, which is very rare for me, but I'll show you why. 10 in our operations, 1 advanced zoom, and then we come down for 4 points into cool shot. I don't really need this cool shot, but I also don't really need advanced zoom on this build. So it's kind of up to you. I end up using advanced zoom for when I'm like trying to see a sniper who's like way across the map, like, because I want to know if he's there, if I have to worry about getting hit, that kind of a thing. So I end up kind of going with this. Coolant reserve is not as useful, but it would kind of be useful. So you know, that's where I would be like, you know, whichever one you want. You know, if you're not too worried about that kind of stuff, or if you have like, you know, if you're playing this game like 4K or something or higher, I played 1080p. If you're playing up to like, you know, 1440p and you can see still out at that range, then you know, maybe go with the coolant reserves. But the whole deal with this guy, other than that, is the large pulse lasers are pumping out 33 damage, and they're about the same range as this medium laser, the ER medium laser. So we've got a 360, that's going to be a 500 optimal, and this guy's chilling at about a 560 optimal. You see what I mean? That's why I've tacked this extra ER medium, is because it won't cause ghost heat, and it's about the same range. And then the mag shots are much shorter range, but still a decent amount more than they are normally because of that plus 25%. You'd be surprised how often they're useful. You would. It's kind of crazy. It's really good for just adding a little bit more damage onto a component. So you got to be on your aim game, okay, when you're using these. If you aren't very good at aiming, like, or if you're not good at running two different kinds of weapons, I would then just go back to using the light machine guns, because then you just hold the button down and aim at the target and you're good to go, you know. But this one has travel time, you know, it's got a projectile speed, so it is what it is. What are we at? 26. I went over 25, damn it. This game is still fun. There's lots of things we can complain about. Oh, get the Jägermech Firebrand. Really, really quick here. Really, really quick. This was a lot of fun. This thing it runs hot in this build, but it is just such fun laser vomit, okay? You can run a standard Ancient 300, 2 large pulse lasers, and 4 ER medium lasers on it. Once again, they have very comparable ranges to each other. The quirks on this guy are all like ballistic oriented. Well, it has a ballistic cooldown, but the rest is like range, energy, heat, and energy cooldown. So you can do whatever you want on this. I decided not to mix and just turn it into laser vomit because I could do it with a 300 engine. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say about the Rifleman 3C. The reason I'm not going into mobility on this guy is because when you look at his like speed, his turn, where is it? Where is the thing I'm looking for? Where's the data that I want? I don't remember where to find twisting speed. I don't remember. My brain has just decided to give up. I don't remember. So we're doomed. Anyway, it twists just fine the way it is. That's the whole point. The reason I'm not going into mobility is because it moves pretty good. It backs up pretty good. You know, it doesn't take that long to stop. And it does what it does. And you can still do the whole peekaboo warrior thing without having all of those points into mobility, which allows you to go ahead and really just unload in firepower and give yourself even more damage. Really fun build. I would definitely try it out if I were you. If you have trouble with the mag shots, remember, just switch over to light machine guns instead. They're going to get the plus 25% range too. So it's good. Was there anything else? I think I talked about the Blackjack. I've talked about the Phoenix Hawk. I don't think I need to talk about anything else. I don't know yet about the Timberwolf. I haven't played it. Well, I played a couple games. The Fafnir that I picked up from the event, the summer party event. I don't know. I haven't played it at all. I have not played it once, and that's because I'm just not really I'm not really an assault player. But I'm going to end this right now because it's at 29 minutes. I was planning to have this less than 30, but it is what it is. I got a lot of things to say. Check out this Cougar E. There's the last thing I'm going to say. Check out this Cougar E. You can run it. Like, it comes as an ATM boat, but you can totally use it as a light Lerm boat. You can throw Lerms on it, 2 Lerm 20s, and it's kind of cool. I am a firm believer in not wasting assault mechs on Lerming, okay? So if you could take a light and go Lerm, It's pretty good. Peace. I'll see you on the next one.